Whoa, that was not a good sentence.
Hey nerds, what's up? Today I'm doing a book review and it is Vicious by VE Schwab.
I wish I could take all the things I said in my...
I gave this book a full 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. This book was amazing. It is the book that LittleBookOwl or Catriona chose for her Little Book Club, so I am very excited to watch the live show of that. I loved it so much. Okay, so the plot is 10 years ago, Victor, who is seen here, I believe this is supposed to be Victor. Victor and Eli were very good friends. They're best friends, and they start their senior thesis in school, and Eli decides to do it on extraordinaries, or EOs. Extraordinaries, and basically he is trying to prove that EOs exist. Basically these are the superhumans. These are the people who have superpowers of any sort. So he's trying to prove that they exist and how they become superhuman. And that is kind of how this whole story began, is him going into and realizing that there is a way to create superhumans. And I don't want to give too much away obviously, but 10 years later, which is present day, it turns out that something has gone down and Victor and Eli are no longer friends. They are now enemies, and Victor has just broken out of prison and he is now searching for Eli. So you start off with this like, what happened? What are we missing? And obviously the story goes into detail there. We find out who's the nemesis here, what happened, all of that stuff. My favorite quote from this book was, "There are no good men in this game," and it really rang true for me in this story especially. No one is specifically good and everyone can be seen as evil, although I ended up by the end choosing somebody who I really hated. But yeah, there are no good men in this game. It's not about good versus evil, black and white. It's about kind of the morality of what are you doing that is not morally or ethically good. And that was really interesting to me, and it was obviously very adventurous, very entertaining because there was lots of action in it. You get to see all of these superpowers. There's a little girl, she's 13, named Sydney in the story, and I really liked her character. But out of everyone, I definitely loved Mitch, who turns out to be just a regular guy, but he was Victor's cellmate in prison, and they both escaped together. Mitch is just hilarious, and he loves chocolate milk, which I thought was funny. Very good story. I'm not gonna get into spoilers in this one because I don't have anything to complain about. It was just so morally good. I definitely would say that I really hope she writes a sequel for this. There are enough open-ended questions here, even though it wrapped up well enough where if we don't get a sequel, it's okay. But it would be awesome if we got one, and I would love to see Sydney finding out things about what happens at the end and her having to figure out where she stands with everybody. That would be awesome. 5 out of 5 stars here. I will say spoilers here, so walk away if you want to, but my favorite scene in this story is when Serena dies, because Serena fucking deserved to die. Like, out of everyone, I think I really hated her the most because her power was so destructive in a not destructive way. It's very, you know, mindful. Yeah, I hated her, and so I was very glad to see her die. Comment down below what you thought of the book and give it a thumbs up if you liked this review, and make sure to check out all my social media sites because definitely I do reviews all the time on there and we can chat about things regularly. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!